Hey everyone, welcome to the podcast. Panda Bear here. Just wanted to give you a quick disclaimer. We do call ourselves 3 Ps in a podcast for episodes 1 through 4, so we have changed the name to Bear Attack. We will explain that at a later date, and in the meantime, feel free to enjoy listening to us rant about nothing. Bear Attack!
Okay, welcome back to another podcast. And this is 3 Ps in a podcast. I'm Sam, also known as Polar Bear.
I am also Sam, known as Panda Bear.
I am not Sam, known as Blitz, and also Nate. Sometimes Nathaniel among my family members.
Nobody actually we don't call him that.
No.
Unless we're mad at him.
No, but his family does. But this is a podcast where we three, each one of us picks a topic, and then we just discuss or argue or ramble on something completely unrelated. But we hope you enjoy our fun, and you think we're funny and want to keep listening.
Yeah.
This episode could go anywhere because I'm tired, so it could be really low energy, or I could get so slap happy so quick.
This is a dead end.
What light am I turning right at?
There's no light now.
We're driving. They're navigating.
Oh, wait,
okay, this is my job. My job is to speak to the listener while they're navigating, and I just want to thank you guys so much for listening to the podcast. I hope that you're on an epic road trip, late night drive, and you're trying to stay awake. Hopefully you have some good company, a good wingman that will have your back, and you guys are enjoying this together and making memories of your own. Okay, well, and we're back.
So, sorry about that. We're
Oceans,
still...
if you cut that, I'm going to be angry.
No, I'm going to leave it, and I'm going to turn you up.
We're still in Ocean's truck, heading back to
This guy's
my house to drop me off, and then they're continuing on to wherever they want. And
Bigger, badder places.
that's right. So
Definitely
first
not
topic,
bigger.
I think we started with
And not better either.
Oceans on episode 3. So Nate, your start, buddy.
I had such a good topic too.
Come on, boy, tickle my pickle.
Tell me about it.
Tickle my pickle. And shoot, dude, what was it?
Should I turn here?
I need to go back to when I said I have a topic. So we were just at In-N-Out, and
In and out.
our In-N-Out game is strong now, dude. We've got our orders down. They're all 3 the same order, so one of us just goes up and we get, a box, 2 boxes of food and shakes.
Because we're fat. And we
Yeah.
do it animal style because we're fat.
Okay, unpopular opinion, In-N-Out's fries are garbage unless they're animal style. I do not like them.
Or they gotta be fresh, hot. You can't let them sit.
By the way, we're driving past this huge stadium where the Cardinals play, and I've never actually been this close.
I've been inside.
I graduated from high school inside.
That is
Oh my goodness.
freaking ridiculous.
I
I have people that I know that work here in security, and they say it's really, really much harder than our job.
Interesting.
So Nate, talk to me about it.
Well, you know what? Since we're on the subject of French fries, you know what? We'll save the French fry thing for a later date because I will never forget that one. But for my topic, I want to hear some things about you guys. You guys know the Two Truths and a Lie game?
Yes.
We won't play that because it's hard to think of stuff on the fly. But
That's awkward.
I want to hear if you guys have any truths that sound like lies. And mine is that my first job was feeding llamas as a kid, and I made $50 a month doing so, which bought me a ton of Bionicles.
Can I mention that I hate llamas?
Por qué?
They eat.
No, they don't.
They ate my shirt.
Oh,
so it's like a personal vendetta.
so your shirt was garbage?
It was after the freaking... No, wait, that was a goat. Llamas are weird, though.
Okay, still doesn't like llamas, but llamas did not eat the shirts. Okay.
But yeah,
Love that.
That was my first job. I cannot remember what the llamas' names were, which pains me greatly because they were, my llamas. And they never spat at me, but they would spit at each other. The worst part of the job, hands down, was, the second worst part was the hay in the summer because it would get all dusty and I'd sneeze like crazy and my itchy eyes and allergies.
Asbestos.
Not asbestos, but alfalfa, yes. But the worst part of the job was in the winter, I would have to shovel them out, and I was lazy because it was my first job and I was stupid, so I would let them get snowed in, and then they would poop in the doorway and it would freeze, and I would have to like spend hours trying to break up this llama poop snow and ice. And you know, the llamas are freaking out because they've been in this like little shack forever and they need out.
Don't get me started on poop.
Yeah, so it was a good first job, but that part of it wasn't fun.
I could talk poop issues for hours.
Thank you, Mrs. Chan, for giving me a job.
Thanks, Mrs. Chan.
So yeah, you guys got any stories?
I do.
Excellent.
I have a selfie with a scuba diver while he's underwater, and I'm not wearing any equipment.
But you're
Aquarium?
underwater as well?
Yeah, I swam down with him. I swam down to him.
Are you nuts?
How deep was this?
Probably 25 feet.
Holy cow!
How did you not blow your head off?
I'm a really good swimmer, by the way.
I'm good, but I'm not that good.
If you ever see me, you won't believe it about me, but I'm a great swimmer.
I can't believe you could dive that far.
Oh yeah, you take real big breaths and you just start going, and you have to let air out as you're going.
I up until recently, because my cert expired, but I was a lifeguard, so I'm a pretty good swimmer, but I cannot regulate my pressure past like 9 feet.
I'm turning here.
Yeah, but I'm a really good swimmer. So I was in Maui, Hawaii,
Nice.
with my family on vacation,
Nice.
and my cousin and I, we're water people. Like, we love to be in the water, and there was this cool reef out by where we were staying.
Not this one.
So we would
This one? Okay.
Swim out and hang out at the reef with our snorkeling gear, and then there was a diver buoy, which if you guys haven't seen it, it's a red buoy with a white stripe through it.
Yeah.
So we knew where they were, and I looked down while I was diving, and there was a scuba diver with an underwater camera, and he was just hanging out at the bottom. And so I took a couple big breaths, and I just dove straight down, fins dolphin kicking all the way down. Got next to him, took my mask and snorkel off, got a selfie with him, and swam straight back up.
Have you ever seen this photo?
I have it somewhere.
Did
If
you
I can find it, I'll show it to you.
Did you like coordinate with it, like when he came up?
Yeah, he came up and
You
he
guys
was like,
exchanged numbers?
why did you? And I
Question being, why did you do that?
Yeah, well,
It had to hurt.
The why is very obvious because it was awesome.
Yeah.
Everything is awesome.
And because I love to swim.
Yeah.
I can swim 3 miles.
I wish I could still swim like that, but my shoulder does not allow me to do so.
I feel like I could swim at least a mile. I can swim that far.
I used to could.
Marshall.
Actually, I've gotten really out of shape, so I may not be able to do all that anymore. But
that's crazy, dude.
yeah,
How long
so-
can you hold your breath?
My record?
Yeah.
2.5 minutes.
Holy cow, that's long.
Close-ish to 3.
I can do 2 minutes for sure.
Yeah, I think it was closest to 3 at the time. Now it's probably at 2 minutes.
That was
Usually
before
when
I got
I-
lung scarring.
Usually, yeah. Usually when I tell people I can do 2 minutes, they're really impressed. So I feel kind of like I'm impressed by you guys.
Yeah, so that's my. And then the left at this light.
Very cool. Panda Bear.
Yes. This is hard for me because I haven't done anything that freaking cool.
I know that's not true.
You can think of something that I can't?
No, but I'm sure that if I could, I would.
Well, I have more of a baby story, but there's no actual photo proof. I've just been told this happened.
Interesting.
I like that, like a good family legend.
That's already got my attention.
I remember it vaguely. I grew up in this town where the celebrities used to go before Hollywood was the thing, I guess.
Interesting.
Like before they all went to Palm Springs to vacation.
Mm-hmm.
And Roy Rogers and Dale Evans lived there. The Western Star people.
Yes.
Apparently, one of the local eateries we went into when I was a baby, they were there, and I was cute when I was a baby, and they held me for a couple hours.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Wait, Roy Rogers?
Yeah, and Dale Evans. Yeah,
Holy cow.
Dude, that's the best.
stage names anyway. Those aren't their real names.
No, of course not.
That's what their graves are marked as, though.
Isn't John Wayne's real name like Marion,
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
which is the girl's name in Indiana Jones?
Yes,
Yes.
that's correct.
I think there's a joke about that in one of the movies.
John Wayne also hated horses.
I also hate
believe
horses.
it. I think John Wayne was kind of like most country singers today, where he really was not as cowboy as he comes off.
Oh, definitely not. He wanted to do war movies, I think.
Oh,
I think
you know what? He really seems very happy in war movies.
Yeah, I think that was his like thing he wanted to do, but he got cast as a cowboy first, and it just stuck.
It's funny because we're
that would
from
suck to get typecast like that.
Yeah, it would. I really like war movies. I watch and I own more war movies than anything else, which is funny because they're not the ones that I love watching the most. I really like sci-fi and fantasy, but I own tons of war movies for some reason. Like, I have a really hard time not buying one when I like it, whereas other movies I'm like, maybe it's just because they're easier to find because they're all on Netflix or my friends have them. But war movies no one else really seems to love like I do. But John Wayne has a few war movies, and they are, in our day and age, war movies are kind of made to like show the horror of war and why you shouldn't necessarily want to rush off to it, and they're very realistic.
Back in his day, though, they were comedic almost.
Back in his day, they were incredibly like they were like propaganda.
They're patriotic,
and they're all made with like cap guns and
So like
yes.
Yeah.
yeah.
So like the first half of the first Avenger.
Yeah, a lot like that. Yeah.
Yep.
They're all for honor and glory, for the nation.
Trying to keep it relevant and in sync with the current times. Yes.
If any of you guys want to watch a good old fashioned John Wayne war movie, Green Berets is a pretty fun but also kind of frustrating movie because of how much like propaganda it feels. If you guys are in for a hilarious time, that's a little. It's like trying to be like gritty, but in a way, it's just really fun and lighthearted. Is Heartbreak Ridge with Clint Eastwood.
Oh, for sure.
It's a hilarious movie, and not realistic at all. It's believable in the beginning, and then once you get to the actual war, you're like, yeah, these guys are. This was made by airsofters before airsoft was a thing.
Oh, for sure.
That's funny.
It's hilarious.
Yes. They go into battle with a smile on their face and a song in their heart and a spring in their step.
Kind of reminds me of like movies that are like supposed to be serious about war, but then they use a clone trooper sound effect when people get shot.
Oh yeah, that happens a lot.
The
Wilhelm scream.
So yeah, that's not.
He's got a background on that too.
You don't know this?
No, I don't know this.
Oh,
Sam could. Yes. Polar Bear could probably speak to it more than I could.
So the spark notes of it.
Uh-huh.
It's from a western.
I believe that.
I believe it's a.
Wonder if John Wayne was in it.
I don't remember, but
I think it was before his time.
I think it's from a cavalry like private or something like that.
Ah.
He gets shot, and that's the scream he let out when he falls off his horse, and it's just become kind of an inside joke with Hollywood, kind of like the C-47.
Right.
The next one, turn right, and then the immediate left.
The C-47's a fascinating story as well.
So this right. But yeah, so it's just that scream that everybody uses because it's like, if you hear that, if you're not even watching the movie, you hear that, somebody just died.
Right. This one?
Yep. So yeah, that's
funny.
That's the Wilhelm scream. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Heartbreak Ridge is like, he's like toughing them up for battle because they're like too soft and they're not taking it seriously. And then once they actually get to battle, the movie doesn't take it seriously. But I highly recommend at least watching it once.
If you ever want to see another comedy movie that really does a great job of poking fun at military discipline, go watch Major Payne.
I've not seen that one.
Oh, Major Payne is hilarious. It's comedy.
Is it supposed to be comedy?
Yes.
Okay.
It's hilarious.
I love movies that aren't supposed to be comedy but are.
Oh no, this one is solidly like it's got good jokes.
You mean
in
The
it.
Room?
Oh.
We could do a whole podcast about that stupid movie.
Man.
For sure.
And how Haroon looks like that guy.
But we won't start tonight.
For sure.
Because we will go down that rabbit hole.
Try not to kill the skateboard dude.
I can run him over here. They need to be in the road.
I don't know if we've mentioned this on the podcast. All three of us are film majors. This is a very kind of undiverse group of people. All our parents are together. We're all white, except for Polar Bear, who's half Mexican, but he's all white in appearance.
I mean, I live in a house with 2 Americanized Asians, and my cousin is half Latina.
Okay.
I'll take that.
Well, that's something. And we're all film majors.
Yeah. We're all film nerds.
Yes.
Ow, that hurt.
Yeah, I forgot my topic actually while we were sitting here. I remembered it. Okay.
Are you next?
Are you gonna just
I can
stay
be.
in the middle there?
Sure, if you guys want me to.
I am good with it.
Just
Are you
take
still-
some time.
Are you still thinking about yours? Is that why you want me to go in the middle?
I kind of have a couple things, but yeah,
He's definitely waiting for me. He's stalling.
I am stalling so hard.
So another facet about me, I'm a mechanic.
Yes.
This is true.
Like I've built a couple ATVs and I do a lot of lift kits and 4x4 stuff.
Sam can pop my hood anytime he wants.
Pop lock and drop it.
Ooh, ooh.
But so the thing I want to talk to you guys about is lifted 4x4s. Are they cool? Are they stupid?
Okay,
What-
wait.
I
I
need
need more
thoughts.
context. Are we talking like UTV 4x4s or like trucks?
Like my pickup truck, which my truck has a very mild lift on it.
In your case,
Yours is-
that is a fine lift.
Yours is tasteful.
But if you're like a 20-foot lift, like monster truck, compensating for no dick, then no, that's not cool.
Yeah. When I was younger, I was really into it, and now that I'm older and I know
Like-
about things like miles per gallon,
Like
and
an old
stuff, I'm
Chevy
not a
like that
fan.
is okay. Like the one in front of us.
Yeah,
that's
fine.
okay.
That
So
looks
just
nice.
for the context of the people that can't see us because we're doing a podcast, one of my neighbors has an older square body Chevy that's got like a 6-inch lift with I think it's 37 or 40s 40-inch wheel tires on it.
It looks nice.
Like my dad's friend Tree. Yes, her name is actually Tree.
I love that.
And yeah, she grows things.
I have a friend named
So if anybody gives her a
oh.
hug, are they a tree hugger?
Yeah.
Oh.
Tree Huggers Army. I'm gonna use that. But she used to have this old Dodge Ram. It was like a must have been like a 70s thing. It was square body, but it had like a 10-inch lift on it, and
Oh,
you had to
jeez.
have a step. But she's a woman, so
It's kind of on the shorter side, I'm assuming.
she's like 5'7".
What? That's pretty tall for the average woman. I think
Yeah.
average height is like 5'4", right?
Yeah, my mom. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys know how like some people, because always in the middle of the show we have to bring up something about
Right.
more serious parts of life. How some people are like really hurt at God and that's why they leave like whatever faith they're in. I've been really hurt by redneck culture. So little Nate was all about jacked up trucks and like fishing and hunting, even though I never really liked fishing or hunting, but I was all about it. And America and camo and all that. And I'm still all about camo because it looks cool, but
He's also still about America. His key is American flag.
Side note.
Yeah.
Side note to the side note.
So yeah, I'm a lot less about America, but my ex-girlfriend kind of, I don't know, she didn't beat it out of me, but she made me question
she
things.
was practically Chinese.
Yeah.
Communist.
She would joke about herself being a communist, and when I met her, I actually thought she was serious.
Oh my.
But,
see, it was a good joke.
But no, yeah, I've kind of left redneck culture, and I'm super into like the hardcore skate punk metal scene now, but not really.
Tony Hawk with headbanging.
I am, yeah. I don't know, dude. I am a
Do you
weird.
even own a skateboard?
I own a ripstick.
That doesn't get.
That is me. I am
That's
a
like
rip,
nerd skateboard.
I am a I'm a ripsticker in a skateboard world, man.
You're
That
like,
is 100%
it's like a
me.
turtle riding a skateboard. You
I
just,
feel that. I feel Nate's struggle there.
I am.
I've seen him live life.
Yeah,
I've seen it too. It's kind of interesting to watch.
yeah. I entertain myself a lot, which is good because I'm stuck with me.
True. Gotta love yourself because you're the only one that has to know you for 24 hours a day, 7
Yeah.
days a week.
It's true.
Sometimes I scare myself.
Well, that's also true.
Side note, because I don't remember what the original topic was. Being scarred by redneck culture, is it just me or are most rednecks Republicans?
Okay. Yeah. That's yes.
Yeah.
That's
Just
not,
a generalization that kind of hits me.
No, I feel like it's pretty much true. I'm really
I
sure
can't.
I've
I've never even once thought of
Okay,
what
I'm not
a
crazy.
liberal redneck would look like.
I mean, me maybe, but
liberal redneck. Give me a second on that.
You know what though? My friend, my
but
best.
I'm not really because you can't really be a redneck and be liberal. It's just the principles of the thing.
My friend, my best friend actually is a good example of this. He, growing up, was like a huge hunter and kind of all-around outdoorsman, but he's also very liberal. But again, at the same time, while he was a huge hunter and outdoorsman, he wasn't as liberal as he is now, and he's kind of left that culture. So I don't. Yeah, inherently, if you want to be all country and all that, you kind of have to be fairly conservative, if not full-blown Republican.
Right.
Yeah, which at the time of making this podcast means something completely different than it did when I was growing up. Kind of.
True.
Like the party's changed a lot.
It's not even a party anymore. It's just a bunch of boring old people talking about stuff.
That's really how it feels.
You know what? I love old people though.
That's a lost. That's a really lost.
They have knowledge
quality.
that this new generation would have no clue about. Though, like
they do, yeah.
A bread maker? I wouldn't have no idea what a friggin' bread maker is.
My sister makes good bread.
Bless. Is she making banana bread anytime soon?
No, but my mom makes good banana bread.
Bless. She make me a loaf? I'll be there to pick it up.
She would love to.
Please.
Put that in context.
Oh my gosh.
Nate lives like 150 miles from here.
I will drive. Literally, if his mom called me and asked me just to come up tonight, I would do it.
We're getting weird looks from your neighbors, bro.
Oh, they don't care. I do weird stuff like this all the time.
Do you want to, I don't know. If it's cool with you, you can turn off your car if you're just trying to keep us comfortable. But if you want it on, I mean, you do you, man.
Yeah, but dangerously. I think my topic's pretty much dead. Oceans, what do you have?
My topic?
Topic?
What was your topic?
Like lifted trucks, but it got to like Redneck Nation. I was like, yeah, this.
Well, of course it did, because you didn't some lifted trucks.
This grew so much better than I ever could. I planted a seed, and ooh, it rose. Bask and gaze upon my mighty oak.
Your cemetery bloom?
Oh.
No, boo.
No.
Boo hiss.
Boo, boo.
Boo
Is that a Princess Bride joke?
Kinda.
Have you've read the book?
No.
Oh, dude. Anyone who hasn't read The Princess Bride, you know how books are always better than the movie?
Yeah.
You know how good the movie is?
Uh-huh.
Dude, do yourself a favor and read the book.
Book for sure, huh?
Oh my gosh.
People our age don't read books.
You are missing. You have no idea what you're missing out on.
I'll get it. I'll get it.
The movie is the greatest hits of the book, but because the movie and the book were written by the same guy, so the movie's incredibly faithful to the book.
Right.
But the book has so many great scenes. If you're a huge Lord of the Rings nerd, you know the extended editions.
Yeah.
Book is the extended edition, with no filler.
Okay.
I won't say no filler. There might be a lot of filler.
That's awesome. I'm in.
And if you get the abridged version, just know that that's the actual book because he wrote it. The original book is written as an abridged version by a fictional author. So I read this whole book going, man, the full book sounds really boring because he's talking about all the crap that he cut out because it was so mind-numbingly awful. But that stuff never existed. That's the whole shtick of the book. It's hilarious.
That's so meta. I love it.
Oh, yeah. Dude.
Oh, that's
you gotta do yourself a treat.
I'm in. I'll go find it. I'll read it.
Too bad Spaceballs isn't a book.
I
would read that.
When will then be now?
So I don't know if I want to admit this for the listening world to hear, but I haven't seen Spaceballs.
It's okay. I really, really shot myself in the foot the last two podcasts, so we're okay.
I mean, I'm comfortable with you not having seen it to this point in your life, but I feel
you need to.
I need to know.
I feel obligated to change that for you, friend.
If you don't, I will not give you the blessing to die anytime soon.
There's so many movies that, as a film student, I should have seen, but you also know what happens when I keep watching these classic movies. They're not any good.
Agreed. Oh, I don't think they're worth I don't think a lot of old movies are worth the watch in like an entertainment fashion.
I don't know why.
Like unless you're studying the craft and doing it like on I'm taking notes for a future movie I'm making, then they're perfectly reasonable.
But I don't want to make anything that's anything like those.
Yeah, well, I mean, their dialogue is outdated. Their values are even outdated.
Oh, you want to know the ultimate? I'm probably gonna get destroyed.
Throw down.
I watched Monty Python and the Holy Grail the other day.
Another sin I've committed by not seeing.
I am going to finish this. I don't get it. I think it's funny.
Uncultured.
But
I haven't seen it either.
It's not good. It doesn't have a solid I don't know.
That's kind of the joke.
Yeah, I know. But I'm like, because we were trained on how movies are supposed to be structured, and it goes against everything.
Yeah, Monty Python and the Holy Grail is it feels like they wrote it and they forgot where they were going, and so they just threw in stuff they thought was gonna be funny.
Kind of like a Round Table Adam Sandler movie plot.
Is this my Peach Tea Rehab back here? Because there is liquid in this thing.
Oh, that's mine.
Okay. I broke off your pop tab because I thought it was mine and it was empty.
Awkward. It's fine.
It's in
broke
there.
It's totally
You
fine.
broke him.
It's totally fine.
I had a friend who, whenever I would be drinking a Monster or like a Coke or something, she would like run up and break off the pop tab. And there's something about like having your like something for your lip to rest on while you're taking a drink. When that thing is gone, it becomes a horrible experience for me.
I can't drink out of cans without the pop tab.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
I avoid drinking out of cans. Period. I prefer bottles.
I love cans, but bottles are better. But bottles are also... It depends. I don't want to drink my Monster out of a bottle, except for that European can they have. And the actual bottled Monsters.
They bottle Monster for
Yeah,
that?
the Hydro ones.
So that's not actually Monster.
They're
So
like-
there's like the Jägermeister Monster
That's in
thing.
a can though too, isn't it?
That's in a glass bottle.
Is it
The one with
really?
like the German wing on it, the German eagle on it?
The Uber Monster?
The Uber Monster?
Maybe.
That's in a can, bro.
I don't think that they make Uber Monster anymore.
No, because people were like actually putting Jaeger in it.
I remember it being in a bottle because there was a guy that brought it to school, and I was like, "Can you have that here?" In high school.
I don't think I've ever seen this. Also, Cuba Lima Monster, Coca-Cola, bring that back. That was the greatest thing ever.
I don't know what you do, but you seem important, and I think you can get it done.
Speaking of Monster, Polar Bear and Blitz Bear here are giving up Coke and Monster, respectively.
Coca-Cola, by the way, not like...
Yeah, good clarification.
He's giving up Coke cocaine, and I'm a better person, so I'm just giving up Monster
Yeah, I'm getting rid of my sniffles.
for the for the entire month of May.
Oh, I could make another one, but I don't want to do it.
Keep it to yourself. Keep it to
I'm
yourself.
I'm going to. I have. I've hurt myself enough today.
Yeah, but we're...
Wait, I want to hear.
No, you don't.
Okay,
I'll do it off of podcast.
all right,
Ooh,
fair enough.
Mystery. You guys just get to wonder. But yeah, because I'm fat and need to give up sugar, and Nate has a...
And I don't want to be fat and have to give up sugar.
Yeah, he's getting ahead of the problem.
Well, the thing is that now that I'm getting a little bit older, I kind of get a little soft if I'm not careful. I can stick my... I still have abs. They're great. They're rocking, but you can't see them anymore.
Well, I'm getting in on this too, you know.
Oh, you're in?
Are you going to give up the...
Yeah, I gotta finish my supply before we do this.
Dope.
All right.
You've got until April 31st.
So Oceans is going to be drinking heavily for the next...
Hey, I got 2 days off between.
Good
now
thing
and
we're
work.
doing that
For
podcast,
the
this
next-
podcast right now.
For the next week, he's going to be missing the hole, if you know what I mean.
I don't know what you mean.
I don't even know what.
You might want to pee sitting down.
You know what? You know what's funny? I could make a whole debate about how peeing sitting down is way more better,
Way more
yeah,
better.
I could probably back you up in some ways.
especially after work and your feet. You just need to get off your feet, but you really have to pee.
Honestly, the best part about being a man is peeing outside because that's when you have unlimited
now when
power.
Like that freaking new Star Wars trailer at the end where pretty sure it's Palpatine laughing. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
My mom
for
was
that.
intrigued by that because she hates the new 3.
I'm so excited for the new Star Wars.
I don't know. I hope it like gets
Actually, I'm
better.
very excited for the Mandalorian movie.
I feel like we'd need a whole episode to talk about
We'll
Star
get
Wars
to
if
that,
we get started.
Because we're gonna have to do the Avengers one too.
But you're right. You're right.
So Oceans, what are you on? What are you
On the
about?
topic of movies, Disney owns both of these things.
Oh yes.
We're gonna talk about the Disney conglomerate and how in the hell they got rights to everything.
This is
How the
one
mouse started the mafia.
This is one of
Oh,
the few topics that I knew was coming, and I
so
haven't had any time to think about it. Or
I
research
can't
it.
even name everything they own, but they own everything. Like
Um,
all Marvel.
The important thing
So
is
they
that they
have
own
Star
Marvel
Wars,
and Star
Lucasfilms.
Wars. Yeah.
Yeah, so they have Disney, obviously. All the Disney things related.
Pixar.
They bought Pixar out because Pixar stopped working with them, but they couldn't have that. So they bought Pixar. They own...
I feel like Pixar was happy to take their money.
Speaking of things that bulldoze other things.
Probably, but don't you remember they kind of like broke up? Like they made a...
Yeah, they did.
I think they made Monsters, Inc. together, and they were like, Pixar's like, we're going to go do our own thing. And Disney said, we own you now.
I think that Monsters Inc. was
They're
actually
just like, bitch, please.
no. I forget. You guys want to know what's funny about me? Is I always know what's Pixar and what's Disney, and no one else seems to. It seems like if it's a really good Disney movie, i.e. Wreck-It Ralph, everyone goes, oh yeah, Pixar made that one. I'm like, nope. Or like Frozen. Oh yeah, that was a great Pixar movie. Nope.
No, I knew that one wasn't.
Yeah, but so, I can't
didn't.
tell you how many people I've had to explain to, like, Frozen is not Pixar, Tangled is not Pixar, The Good Dinosaur is Pixar, but no one saw that because it came out the same year Inside Out did.
Which was just them saying, this one's not as good, but let's try.
Well, because when I was little, I remember, like, we had to wait for Pixar movies, and it was kind of like a build-up thing. It was like, what is Pixar going to do?
They even, like, own the animated short market. Like, you know, all the shorts they put out before the actual movie?
They're so good,
They're like
too.
the only company that is any good at that.
It's true.
Like that one about
they don't
the
have
Bao Bun kid.
The, like, little dough thing.
That was so sad. I cried.
As you should.
Oh man, I'm just like, I miss my mom. This
because
sucks.
that's every dude and their mom. Hopefully,
for sure.
If you have a good relationship with
if
your
you
mother.
have a good relationship with your mom, that's how it came about. By your mom.
My mom like keeps me stable.
By you being horrible to your mom, and then her wanting to eat you, and then you coming around.
I don't think I've ever been horrible to my mom, but I got
horrible.
the feels of like leaving my mom and like
I've done some.
I have put my mother through some stress.
Yeah, I have some not proud moments for that I've caused my mother.
My mom one time when I was a teenager, and this is one of the few times where I was kind of justified in my behavior because my mom was just being crazy, but she was like really angry, and she was like, you know what? I guess this is how it is. You're going to hate me until you're 21, and then we'll be fine, and you'll realize I was right all along. And she like stormed out of the room and like slammed the door, and it was actually pretty prophetic, except for the like me whole hating her part. My mom and I had a really good relationship, but
21,
we fought.
was that like you didn't have a issue with the substance, did you?
No.
What why did you?
I think that was I guess that's kind of like the number where you become like a real adult, you know. And so she just kind of like, I think it was just an arbitrary
True,
number
I was not
that
a
came
real
into
adult
her.
when I hit 18.
No, I have a whole theory on that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're a infant, and then you're a toddler,
Yes.
and then you're a child,
You are not wrong.
and you are a child until.
There's a preteen thing.
Well, actually, I should back up from there.
You
So,
might
like,
just
those are
stay a
like
child.
those are like the original. Like that's the categories you fall into, right?
Sure.
Preteens, then teens, then adult. So, my idea in this is you're not actually a person until about 17.
That sounds like dangerous. Some people would take that
an
out of
independent
context.
thinking person?
No, like you're not. Yeah, kind of like you haven't like.
Like you can do things for yourself?
Yeah, you haven't like formed. Like everything up until like 17 is kind of like regurgitated from other people.
I see where that's coming
even
from.
like your teenage angst and rebellion.
Yeah.
That's because you're starting to question the things that people tell
Yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah. And then when you're 17, 18, 19,
You readjust.
21.
20 and 21, pretty much, yeah.
I don't know.
Those are-
I think I'm still in like certain things. I'm still like.
Well, I mean,
wow.
this isn't like a hard fast rule. This is just my like observations. But I think like
It's like a line graph.
yeah, like that's the time in which you decide things for yourself, and
Sure.
you pick the person that you are going to be. I heard somewhere that the person you are right now is the person that you want to be versus the minus the person that you were before. So the person you are right now is you split the difference.
That is an interesting idea.
Yeah, so like you
I
should
see that. I think I'm right in the middle of that.
you should
spot,
always
yeah.
be like moving in a betterment and like in a
Not taking steps backwards.
Some people, yeah. Well, sometimes you gotta take a few steps backwards to make the leap.
yeah, but you should always like have a direction. Yeah, you know, like
I feel like a lot of us have to like always course correct because I think some of us go down a few roads and we kind of realize. Hopefully, we realize. Wait a second, this was a wrong turn.
Well, like my first job. That's yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. Absolutely. I have a theory
Okay.
that kind of goes along with this one.
tell me your theory.
No matter how long, like I used to be like a huge proponent of people shouldn't date in high school because they're idiots.
I didn't.
Then.
I had so many girlfriends in high school.
Like my brother.
And how'd that work out for you?
I have a lot of exes.
Oh.
I have a long list of
How many of them live in Texas?
actually none.
Oh,
The closest one actually lives in Kansas.
Interesting. The closest one.
Yeah.
They all left Arizona to get away from you.
I mean, Actually, a lot of them are in Tucson now.
Oh, good for that. Not
Well,
good for,
if they're living, you know what? I'm not gonna take shots at Tucson because some people love that city.
I didn't take a shot. I just don't like it.
Tucson, we
I was
love
about
you.
to say-
I'm just like, there's things happening down there.
I was about to say if they're all in Tucson, you won the breakup.
Yeah. So none of them in Texas.
Anyway,
You were saying?
back to the Bigfoot.
Back to Bigfoot.
I say the Bigfoot like old people say the Facebook. Back to Bigfoot. I waited until I was 22, not necessarily intentionally, but somewhat intentionally. I waited until I was 22 before I started dating people.
Oh, this is sad.
And
for
I
me.
think that you still, no matter what you do, you still have that middle school relationship where it's like you're like holding hands all the time and you're like
That's exactly
really
what I'm
excited
afraid
about
of.
the other person, and then it just, you guys are completely different and horrible for each other, and everyone hates the relationship, but they don't want to crush you, so they kind of try not to tell you, and then you break up and it's just kind of like, oh yeah, she was horrible, but not really.
I have
It
yet
just
to
wasn't a good
experience
fit.
any of this.
So yeah,
I'm a sad human being.
your middle school
You're fine.
relationship is coming up
Yeah, dude.
there,
Like-
Panda Bear.
Feel it.
I am afraid of that,
Be-
honestly,
and,
because I know how I was.
embrace it.
I know how I was in middle school, and
Embrace it so hard. I have an ex story to go with that thought of like your friends not telling you things.
I can't wait.
Okay, so this was my last high school relationship that kind of bled over into college. I'm not gonna say her real name. Let's call her Carol.
Okay. Danvers.
Freaking Carol.
Yeah.
Denver's.
So I
Is it Denver's or Danvers?
Danvers.
Danvers. Carol Danvers.
Carol
Disney.
Danger.
Hey, good loop.
I started dating Carol when I was a senior in high school, my last semester, and I was with her 5-ish years. Like right up until
That's a long time.
yeah, because I got out of high school, went to community college, and then from community college I went to
Yeah.
NAU with these guys.
Man, I don't feel like I've been friends, like really close friends with anyone for 5 years yet.
I have.
So I was dating her for that whole time, and
I mean, I have, but
she was in Phoenix, I was in Flagstaff, and then she couldn't take the distance, which I laugh at now because my fiance lives in Washington. At the
And we're
time
in
of
Arizona.
at the time of this podcast, we are in the middle of Arizona. But anyway, so she couldn't do the 2-hour difference, so we ended up breaking up.
The 2-hour difference is hard.
And I feel it, but
Especially when you have like a 20-year-old car that you don't really love to put miles on.
yeah, I see that. But yeah, so after we broke up, all my friends were like telling me about how they didn't like her and all this stuff. I was like, "You're just making
Same.
me feel bad." And they're better. They're like, "No, dude, she was a walking red flag." And they like pointed out all these things, and I was like, "Oh, you're right." So, moral of the story, kids: if you have a problem with your friend's relationship that's founded on more than just like with no just like dislike, a general dislike for them, like if you got a reason, like
If
I
you
don't
see
know.
something, say something.
yeah, like if they're
Don't do that. It's a slogan at work.
if they're toxic for your friend, say something to your friend. Don't just hold it together to be nice.
Here's the thing: my middle school girl, who we will also call Carol.
Wow, you guys are hoes for Carols.
My Carol, I really enjoyed my time while it lasted with Carol. The end of it was pretty awful. Definitely not the worst thing I've experienced, but it was just uncomfortable and lots of anger and angst. But
I've been there.
Yeah, but
I witnessed the end.
yeah, you were definitely there for it, and you were also friends with Carol. And
I'm still friends with Carol.
definitely a better friend with Carol while I was going through all that than I was, which I wasn't mad at you for. I was mad at her for. I'm like, why is she spending so much time with Sam and not me? Because we're like that, I don't know, friends. We weren't labeling ourselves, but
Yeah, it was
Anywho.
kind of a thing.
anywho, all that to say, I don't know if it would have done any good if my friends would have pointed out the things about Carol, because I liked Carol a lot.
You were blind.
But we were enjoying our time together, and it was good while it lasted. Like, we had a lot of fun.
It's usually how it is.
Yeah. Carol and I are still friends. We still talk occasionally.
Dope.
I'll be like, hey, Carol, how are you doing? She said happy birthday to me.
Yeah, I talked to one of mine, but I've been friends with her since elementary school, so.
My last birthday was rough, so hearing from Carol was actually really nice.
Good old Carol. Good old Carols.
So, Carol, yeah, you're cool.
Okay, so back to the Carol Danvers Disney thing.
Back to
How do we
Bigfoot.
feel about that conglomerate, that Mickey Mouse mess of things?
I'm perfectly comfortable with it because I fully believe in capitalism.
It's
Which
not-
I think is very unpopular these days.
But they own things that I feel like Disney shouldn't own.
Sure.
Like, I feel like the Star Wars films were much better when they were independent.
Some people would argue that like that with you, but I was a kid when the prequels came out, and I loved Jar Jar Binks.
Okay, your
It got
mind is
really-
twisted and backwards.
So-
It got quiet there for about half a second too long.
So, as like a media company, I don't disagree with Disney owning anything.
Oh, no, they're fantastic, the business-wise.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're talking like the basis of what they do, like if they're making things better or worse, I also think they're fine because Disney is full of good storytellers.
They definitely are making the best stuff right now.
Yeah, but I feel like the whole thing, their company image makes them sanitize things a little bit.
I'm okay with that.
Just because, like,
I don't go to see Disney movies
not that
because I want
Star
gritty,
Wars was like out of hand to begin with. I'm just like, it seems a little bit
Oh, that's
more
what you're
reined in
saying.
now.
My thing with that is like you look at the Marvel movies and stuff, and they were all garbage before Disney took over.
I think they've done miracles for the Marvel universe.
Well, how many were there before they took it?
I don't know. Punisher was before that, and that movie sucks.
Daredevil too.
Yeah, so I think basically from the first Avenger, from Captain America, the first Captain America
That is the great movie.
tour to today, Disney has run all of those. Where the MCU has like a really solid.
I don't know. The first Iron Man movies are good.
Yeah, the Disney was at the Disney did those.
Okay, so they own the entire MCU.
Wait,
then.
did Disney do the first Iron Man movie?
I don't think so.
Oh, never mind. That was acquired after that, huh?
I think so. I think it was Captain America on. I'm probably totally wrong, and we'll figure it out. I'm sure
I just
somebody will let me know
can't
or
wait
something.
for Disney and Sony to team up for the next Venom movie. Please let that be a thing.
Part of the MCU I dislike greatly.
Oh man,
I'm wearing a Venom shirt right now. I really like Venom and Deadpool. Those are my big ones. And
Deadpool's
Spider-Man.
great.
And Captain America.
the whole Sony situation though. I think that's hilarious.
Well, what about it? That they have to partner with Marvel to make Spider-Man?
Kinda. So, but like the whole thing. So I don't know how much of this everybody wants to go into and how nerdy they are, but
Why is nerdy?
This
Let's
is our
go for it.
This is the last topic for the night.
okay, let's go deep nerd. So Marvel, when it was its own company before Disney bought it, they were going bankrupt, so they started selling off the rights to characters. Sony bought all of the X-Men.
No, Fox bought the X-Men.
Fox bought the X-Men?
Yeah.
Okay, so Fox had the X-Men, then Sony has Spider-Man
Yes.
and Venom.
And
Yeah.
the Fantastic Four.
And the Fantastic
Well,
Four.
Venom is Spider-Man.
Every Fantastic Four movie's been terrible.
Yeah, so Sony
and they've gotten
Sony bought
worse with
some,
each try.
Fox bought a bunch, and another company bought some. And then Disney bought Marvel, and they went on this like escapade to get their characters back.
So when we say Marvel, we're talking about like when
Marvel,
we say,
the comic book company.
well, specifically Marvel Studios. So
Yeah.
so X-Men and Spider-Man, even though Fox and Sony are making those, Marvel Studios is not, but they're still Marvel properties. But they're leased to Fox and Sony.
Yeah, but other places couldn't use the rights while they're still on lease to the other companies.
Right. So Marvel Studios can't make any X-Men movies at the moment.
Which I'm okay with.
But they are coming back to Marvel here pretty soon.
I'm okay with because then they're going to try and redo Wolverine and they shouldn't touch that.
No. Hugh Jackman did it. Hugh Jackman is not the problem with those movies.
For sure.
And the Wolverine movies are the best part of the entire X-Men franchise.
Which is the first two are pretty garbage.
Yep.
But again,
I don't really like
the
the
character
X-Men, so-
Wolverine and the portrayal of him is not the problem with those movies. It is the only thing that makes them watchable.
I freaking loved Logan.
Logan was good.
Logan was
you know
good
what?
storytelling.
I recently just watched it again, and
See, I haven't
it
seen
does not hold its charm as much as it does the first time you see it.
Really?
There are some gaping plot holes in that movie, and
Like
there's a
every
lot.
movie.
There's a lot of stuff in it that's not terribly exciting, but oh man, when it's good, it's I just love The Last of Us, so.
Yeah, it really, The Last of Us and Logan really go together.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty like footstep for footstep.
Well, it's just because he looks exactly like Joel.
Yeah. Also, they came out really, really similar timing, didn't they?
Like 3 years apart.
Is it really? Oh,
4 years.
Huh.
Let's see. Logan was 2016, 2017.
2016 sounds right.
So The Last of Us was 2013.
Oh, okay. I thought they came out like right together.
Don't get me started on movies with gaping plot holes.
That's
Last
my
Jedi.
voice. Okay.
Yeah, let's not get started on the
We're
last.
getting into Star Wars later.
Star Wars is its own episode, and The Last Jedi can be its own episode within that. But that one's been beaten to death, so maybe we don't even want to touch it. I have nothing to add to
It
the
beat
conversation.
itself to death. I'm sorry.
I
highly dislike
I can
that.
argue any Star Wars thing from any side. I can
Agreed.
do it both ways. I can argue.
I've heard it both ways.
That
and
is the third weakest Star Wars movie.
I will tell you what side I'm on, but I already know the opposition's arguments to all things Star Wars.
Yeah.
I blindly love Star Wars.
Seconded.
But I don't get
Star Wars is
excited.
my jam.
I don't get excited for it when a movie comes out like a true fan would. Even though I blindly love it, I just accept Star Wars as is. Like, it's like, oh, are you excited for the new Star Wars? It's like, no, I know I'm going to go see it and like it. So I just
It's
I'll
like
just wait for it to come out.
That's how I was with the Harry Potter franchise. And then I don't feel that way about Fantastic Beasts. I don't think those are any good.
Yeah, that's fair.
I like the characters of Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah, the characters are great, but the plot line and Johnny Depp as Grindelwald, that ticks me off.
Yeah, the story might not be great, but I like the characters. The character development is fantastic.
Going back to Bigfoot with Marvel, I think I know what's wrong with Sony's movies.
Sony.
Well, they're so exposition heavy. It's like 2/3 setup and 1/3 payoff, and the 1/3 payoff is
Not good enough for the 2/3 setup.
it's usually a little bit mediocre, but like
We had too much invested for the repayment.
right.
Can we just talk about the dumpster fire those Fantastic Four movies are?
No, they
It hurts
speak
me
for
too bad.
themselves. Just,
Yeah,
just go watch them. We don't need to talk about it here.
Right.
Or don't.
But also, I think that
Watch
some studio executive at Sony was really hurt by science as a child. I think that he had a project in the science fair and he was really gung ho about it, and the judge went, meh, and gave it to some idiot kid who had like a volcano. When this kid
volcano.
when this kid actually cared about science, and so ever since then it's like, oh, these scientists, I'll show them.
He brought like a fission reactor to the high school science fair, and the judge was like, "That's too advanced. You didn't build that yourself." And walks on and does the volcano.
This is exactly what happened to one of the singers of one of the bands that we like. She tried out for American Idol and they said she was too professional.
Oh yeah, shameless plug to Jane in the Jungle. If you guys
Yeah, for real.
well, what's funny is they actually don't sound great recorded, but if you ever get the chance to see Jane in the Jungle live, they are perfect.
Amazing.
They played
Yeah.
NAU's Battle of the Bands like
Multiple times.
for years, didn't they?
Yeah, they are great, and they are cool people too.
Oh yeah, they're fantastic.
The first time I saw them, my first like exposure to them, Who Oceans got them to come play this little bitty festival, and props to you, man, what a find. But
honestly, I was not gung ho because the first time I heard them was on a cell phone and it sounded horrible.
they don't sound good studio mixed. I don't know what
I don't know.
is.
They're getting better.
It's getting better, but their guitarist Brian, his dad bought us pizza, which is so backwards. We should have been buying them pizza.
Yeah, really.
But we were also broke college students who had just put on this like weird festival, so we definitely didn't have any money
They were
to
the
flex.
highlight of that festival.
What's funny is both times I've seen them, they were supposed to headline, and they came thinking they were the headliner, and then the venue was like, "Oh, you guys ready to go on? You guys are the openers." And then everyone after them was not nearly on par with them. But also, no one was there, and no one wanted to come to the stage and dance. So it was always like me and whoever I was with.
Yeah,
like,
the last time I saw them, it was literally me and Jason, and we're just like there, like by ourselves. These two like dudes with beards, like
yeah, at the front of the stage.
yeah.
But no, they are great, and they play South by Southwest now, and they're always in LA doing stuff, and Yeah, they're cool.
What were we talking about? Oh, Disney.
Yeah.
How did we go from...
Back to Bigfoot.
Back to Bigfoot.
I don't even know how we got on that subject.
We got to Sony, and from Sony we got there.
Which is weird because they're good and Sony sucks.
Oh man, we've got some twisted things that have happened to us.
Rephrase. Sony movies suck.
I like Sony as a camera company.
Yeah, like
Their
PlayStation.
Sony products are great.
Yeah.
PlayStations are good.
I like their products so much. I almost am not angry when I see their product placement in movies is so shameless and awful.
It's
But
almost Coca-Cola levels.
also at the same time, it's really entertaining. Like in Chappie, when he like makes a supercomputer out of like 8 PlayStation 4s. This robot takes 8 PlayStation 4s and it hooks them all up together by like some cable that I've never heard of or seen.
That doesn't exist.
I doubt exists because I don't think you can system link PS4s. And he codes a superhuman intelligence using this PS4 tower, and it's great.
He just needed more computing power, you know.
It's also funny because he gets them from like a drug lord or something like that, which is like very meta. Because I'm pretty sure that these sex traffickers in Africa are probably loaded in PS4, like bootlegged PS4s.
They just give them out for free.
Oh man.
But I think it might be time to wrap this show up, guys.
Yeah, we're
think so?
about 51 minutes right now.
Something like that.
I was just about to start talking about Ninja and Yolandi.
Let's save that. That could be your topic for the next one.
Looks like I can have a whole hour dedicated to the Black Panther movie. Whew.
Or who's doing the outro?
I am doing said outro, but I'm going to do a lightning round real quick.
Bless.
Disney theme.
I love you.
Disney themed lightning round.
I'm so in. Let's go.
Favorite Disney princess?
Elsa.
Anna.
I was kind of
No. Rapunzel.
You know, I'm really surprised I didn't say Anna.
Me too.
Have you guys seen that episode of Friends where it's like Monica or Rachel, and then Joey asks Ross. Anyway, I'm killing the lightning round again. I'm sorry.
Okay. So Elsa, Rapunzel,
Belle.
Yes.
Belle is
and
a
not because
cla-
Emma Watson played her in the live action. That movie kind of was...
Belle first. Belle in the blue dress all the way.
Yes. Yellow's
Bella's-
okay, though. I like
Beauty
yellow
and the
dress.
Beast is the original is the classiest movie ever, and the remake is the most cash grabby thing ever.
For
Favorite-
sure.
Favorite animated Disney movie?
Oh man,
Tangled.
can I do a Pixar movie?
Yeah, they're part of Disney.
Finding Nemo, man.
Oof. Aristocrats.
Oh, interesting
Ooh, very
choice.
nice.
Getting deep in that discography.
Everybody wants to be a cat, for sure.
Ooh, yeah.
Sapphire
Favorite-
blue eyes.
Oh, yeah. Favorite Disney villain?
Oh man.
That is hard, isn't it?
Man, I want to say Rapunzel's stepmom is the first one that comes to mind, but
Mother
I don't want that
Gothel,
to be
huh?
my answer. Mother Gothel, yeah. I don't want that as my answer though. I don't feel like it's true.
Part of me feels like Oogie Boogie is my favorite.
He's a villain?
Ew.
Yeah.
Oogie Boogie was the only part of that movie I enjoyed.
Oh, don't go there.
Again, I came into the metal community late, so
No.
I don't have
My
that.
favorite villain of Disney all time, Hades.
Oh,
Hades from Hercules.
You know what?
He's the original gay best friend.
I don't know if I can come up with a better answer than that.
I have one,
Yeah.
but you're trying to disagree.
Go.
Ursula.
I can't disagree with your opinion, but yeah.
I disagree. I can and I do.
I don't know. I love that movie.
Hades all day.
Hades, that was a good choice.
I want to talk about this. Why is Ursula your favorite?
I feel like what she was trying to do was just like absolutely horrible.
Okay, to be fair, she is very scary. Much more scary than Hades ever was.
Right. My point.
Yeah, but Hades is evil in like a
Charismatic way.
evil for evils. I think he's evil in a more pure form.
You know what? I really like Ultron.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh damn.
I know a lot of people hated him, but I thought he was
I wasn't
very
even thinking
interesting.
about.
I totally could have picked Black Widow as my favorite Disney princess.
That would have been.
I would never consider her that, but damn, she is.
Yeah, she's not a princess,
Oh
but
man.
She's got a
Well,
Russian. She's got a Russian royal name.
and she's a
Romanov.
redhead.
Oh.
Fake as it may be.
No, if we were doing that, I could have picked any of the villains from Indiana Jones, and it would have sufficed.
Yeah.
Or Darth Vader. What is wrong with me?
I don't know. Wait, Nate, who's your villain?
Oh man, dude.
Did you decide?
I can't think of anyone
Or
better than
Pirates
Hades.
villains. What was I thinking?
You can't pick up. There's no real pirates villains. They're all villains.
Well, yeah. No, I think I'm gonna go.
There's no good guys in Pirates.
I'm gonna.
Caribbean.
I really like James Spader's version of Ultron. I thought that was great.
I'll take Ultron. I like it.
Anyway, I'm gonna wrap it up now. This was the 3 Ps and a podcast. Sam, and not Sam, also named Nate. And what is this? Episode 4? Yeah.
I believe so.
Yeah, this should be episode 4.
We knocked out 4 episodes in one day, so we're sorry if it's getting weird, because it usually does.
Sorry, not sorry.
I feel like it's gotten a little bit better.
No shame.
Yeah, no shame in my game.
I feel like we're progressing. I think every episode's been a little bit better.
Agreed.
Anyway,
It's getting toy.
again, we're still not sure where we're putting this. So if we got stars, put stars. If it's got like a number system, give us a number. Comment if that's a possibility, but just be aware that we will respond. It might not be nice.
That's not true. I'm always courteous.
You are. That doesn't mean I will be. I'm snide and I'm very opinionated.
I'll
if you couldn't tell that already.
probably let you guys handle responses because I get emotional.
He does. He's like a kid that way. He gets real emotional about little things.
I'm a sweet boy.
He
It's
really
true.
That's an inside joke from another friend.
Nate's my favorite Disney princess.
I still like Anna.
Let's not go there. That has a whole new other context to that argument.
I think Anna should be your favorite, or Rapunzel.
Rapunzel really is.
I know that we're trying to wrap this up, but short or long hair? Rapunzel.
Short hair.
Long hair.
I don't know. I don't think I've seen that movie.
Dude.
I know. I'm sorry.
I really thought Tangled was gonna be kind of like a good version of
Oh,
Shrek.
we're talking. No, short hair for sure.
Yeah.
Short hair would be
That's
more
too much hair, man.
Yeah.
You should like kill somebody with that much hair.
I like the look better, but that is a lot of hair.
Yeah, definitely. I know. I even like the look of short hair better.
That's I totally understand why. Even though I do prefer like the long blonde hair, but yeah, no, the short hair was pretty good.
It looks better on her. It does. Well,
I
all right,
enjoyed
kids.
seeing it in Frozen.
Yep, this has been 3 Ps in a podcast. Also, we'll keep you updated on how our bets of not doing things is going.
Oh yeah, that was on this podcast.
Yeah, so
Godspeed to all of us. We'll see you in May.
Polar Bear is trying to kick his coke habit. And Nate's trying to get rid of things that are going to kill him.
Nate's putting his monster back under his bed.
And me, myself, well, I got the worst one, but I'm not horrible at it. I'm just going to lay off for a while. Lemonade, goodbye, I'm sorry. Anyway, we'll catch you next time.
Bye.
Bye.